Lucy's status is covered in glitter and Spinal Tap 11 all day, every day. She wakes up and her feet hit the ground and the unicorns are made aware somehow, and she just all day long is doing her very best.
She's like a little ball of rainbows. Unicorns and rainbows, George, get it right. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows.
In the halls at school, they're supposed to always have walking feet, but Lucy would prefer to skip everywhere she goes.
She does skip everywhere she goes.
If you're having a bad day, she'll always jump in and compliment you or like try and make you feel better. She's just very sweet in general.
She's just got this spirit that is just untouchable and dominates every room when she gets into it. Waking up, it's sunshine and rainbows, let's go.
Yeah.
That's Lucy.
Right behind you, you will notice that a sign says Lucy Room, right there. This is my room, royal room. My house is the castle, and now Mom and Dad are the king and queen. And my brothers, they can be knights or big boys or seals or princes. I don't know what there are. Well, I'm just gonna have them as seals. They love seals, that's what.
She's a princess at heart. I think she might be a real Disney princess, the way she acts every day.
It's a little surprising that like woodland creatures don't help her get ready in the morning, like come in through the window and sing a song.
Birds sing to her, yeah.
Sing! Mirror, mirror on the wall, evil queen says that who's the prettiest of them all. And one day it says Snow White, and she was so mad. Because it's not about fashion, it's about who you are.
Lucy's diagnosis happened in early November of 2018. It was just normal, regular, suburban family life up until about, well, mid-September. I got a call from her daycare provider that she wouldn't like walk around on her own anymore. And she was maybe 16, 17 months old at that point. And we took her in, saw the doctor. They said it was some kind of a virus. Like, okay, and like she'll get over it. And then eventually she wouldn't stand either. And so I remember going to urgent care once and the doctor telling me like, well, it's not leukemia, so don't worry about that. And I was like, good, I didn't realize I was supposed to worry about that. And maybe 2 weeks after that, she'd been up all night with a bad cough. And so Scott took the morning off to take her to our pediatrician again. And I said, don't leave there with anything other than like an answer. We have to do something. And it turns out we should have been worried that it was leukemia because that's what we found out.
So we were admitted that day and started the journey.
Everything I knew just suddenly dropped. Yeah, it was pretty scary. You never know when she's healthy or not.
Lucy was pretty sick at that point. I think she went into surgery the next day to have a port installed. And then after that, it was living at the hospital.
The brothers understood that like you have a sister who's sick. There are things that you can't do that your peers can do because it's not worth bringing home all the germs from this birthday party or that whatever, and having their childhood kind of put on pause because we have to save your sister's life. There's not like an option. There's not an easier way to do this.
I would not let Lucy see that I was scared for her because she looks up to us, so I just tried to keep on a happy face.
We did get kicked out of the hospital once for good behavior because Lucy was having too much fun.
Yeah, I mean, despite all the pain and suffering, she was almost always happy.
Dr. Festino came in and told us that she would qualify for Make-A-Wish, and Scott said something like, oh, well, she loves princesses and she loves Disney princesses especially. Maybe they could like come to her birthday party or something. And Dr. Festino goes, dream bigger.
My wish was to go to California and all the Disneylands.
She really loved Frozen and like all the Pixar and Disney stuff. And we would just watch almost every movie at the hospital together.
The first little thing that clicked into place for her was that the princesses will be at Disney. That's obviously where they live all the time. And then Anaheim, Disneyland has Sleeping Beauty's castle. Cinderella's castle is in Florida. Sleeping Beauty, in Lucy's opinion, is a superior princess. So we wanted to go to where her castle was.
I mean, she knew what she wanted. She wanted to meet her people.
She needed to report for work with her future colleagues.
Yeah, she needed to report for duty. She's a princess. She needs to be where the princesses are.
Yep.
Cinderella, Aurora, Ariel, Elsa, and Anna. My favorite princesses are all of them.
She finished treatment January 18th of 2021, so 2.5-ish?
2.5 years about of treatment. The Make-A-Wish trip was wow.
Monumental. I mean, just absolutely integral to getting the kids through it.
It was a glimmer of hope in what seemed like endless darkness. January 2024, so it was almost 3 years after.
I ate breakfast with Minnie Mouse, and I saw Tigger. And the funny part at Disney, most of all, was when he just kicked the door open.
You go meet different princesses, different stations. No, they got all the princesses together in one room for her. 20, 30 minutes with all the princesses by herself.
And I told, Princess Sleeping Beauty, what's her name? Aurora. I said, if you ever see a glowing green thing flying around, do not follow it. And I told her, if you see an evil witch, just go out of the cave. And Princess Cinderella, whenever her mean stepmother says to make her practice, just ignore her, make your own practice.
We've done something that's unimaginable, and now you get to celebrate. The Make-A-Wish shirts make you stand out a bit, but and get treated like royalty, like she deserves.
Our parents were feeling great. Our sister was screaming with happiness. I could literally see her glowing with happiness. She'd go on every single ride, and me and Jonas would accompany her on it.
Right there is the painting of Snowy Mountain. You see the Yeti 2 times. And I had to close my eyes when I saw the Yeti. I was pretty scared of Yeti. That's the most scary part.
Right up front, every time, wailing like a banshee. Just adrenaline to the max with that girl.
We would go through the exit of the ride, right up to the front.
They are perfect kids. Jonas, because he has the softest heart in the world, was looking at the lines of people. He's like, I feel bad for them having to do all the...
Yeah, the waiting. Lucy'd have a 4-hour infusion of chemo. They all went together, they played out on the floor, they had snacks. I mean, you've waited enough. You get to...
You've done your waiting.
Yeah, you get to go to the front of the line for once, so.
We are who we are because of what happened, and the kids will have their whole lives to use the patience and empathy and caring that they learned in this.
I would say thank you to the entire Wish community for donating their time. It's great to know that there are good people in this world.
When Chewie and Ray came out and started talking to the kids and talking to the kids and still talking to the kids, and I looked and there was like a line of different Disney Parks employees holding back the group of people. And I remember thinking, like, that's what I couldn't do for them when she was sick. I couldn't protect their childhood. I couldn't hold anything back from them. And now there's these strangers on this trip, making sure that they get to have this like incredible experience.
Something we'll remember forever, the kids will remember forever. They really went above and beyond and made it magical and special and made them feel like the most special kids in the world.
It was such a pure childhood experience for them. This one super potent week of just everything perfect about being a little kid was amazing.
It was just the most magical thing that could ever happen to these kids and this family. So we're eternally grateful.